Hey there, Griever Gang. Welcome back to Griever Productions. Now, newcomer to my channel at least, this group, Babymonster. I have heard their name come up a couple of times in comments and in suggestions that have been made, but this one was put into the suggestions list, so I thought I would give this one a look, and I'm a big fan at the moment of the first take videos, so that we can get a sort of raw first-time reaction to a lot of these groups. Aside from that, though, I know nothing about the group, aside from the fact that they are an all-female group, which we haven't done in a while on the channel. So I thought it was about time. So, before we begin, please do leave a like on this video. It really does help if you have not subscribed. I'd appreciate it if you did so. But without any further ado, let's have a listen to Babymonster performing Drip. I believe. I think it's, yeah, Drip? Yeah, Drip.
자, 인사부터 합시다, 여러분.
잠시만요.
それでは挨拶させていただきます。せーの。
こんにちは、ベイビーモンスターです。
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。ファイティングします。はい。
Okay. I love that there is these longer intros to these, because the amount of accidental harmony that people like groups like this fall into, and I like hearing it straight off the bat because it shows me that there is some talent already before they've even sung a note. Listen.
こんにちは、ベイビーモンスターです。
You'll hear it in a sec.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。
There. That was an actual harmony there.
じゃあ、みんな気合い入れていくよ。
Whether it was intentional or not, who
みんな
knows?
準備？
OK。はい。
な、ドゥーセ。
ファイティング。
Let's go。
頑張れ。
Drip the beat。
Drip the beat。
Now let me throw captions on.
Yeah. When I dress, I don't think so much. I could be the gold that I need too much. I'ma set the goal, I'ma eat that lunch. Baby, so cold, get the ice cream truck.
Chitty chitty kitty kitty 놀아볼까? Kitty kitty yeah we gotta run this town. Hitting me up cause I got what they like. Baby got no chance but I hit that dance.
Na na na, I'll be there. 고민하지 마. Na na na, I'll be there. 망설이지 마. But you don't know about me. Yeah yeah, you gon' know about me. Boy. 아름다운 girl들이 빛나는 밤이야. What you say? 끝없는 가지. You know it's on me.
Got them.
What is this?
Are you ready? Set, turn on the lights. Baby got passion, ambition. I'm 보란 듯이.
Okay, hang on a second. I need a second. When I go into these, right, there's a lot that kind of happens, and I'm starting to break this this mentality. But basically, whenever I've seen a group of people together, oh, sorry, just as a disclaimer, I do like to pull these videos apart and stop and start and that sort of thing, if you hadn't already noticed. So, but yeah, what I usually do when I see a group of performers together, my brain goes, oh, okay, they're going to have, you know, this similar vibe, similar voices. Like, this sort of music now is absolutely breaking that, I'm gonna use the word stereotype, right, in my brain, because fact of the matter is, none of these voices are remotely alike. But not in a jarring way. It is that they are so complementary of one another, and there's something to do with the music here. I'm loving the rhythm work. Like, when it comes to vocal so far, there hasn't been anything that's been, like, outstanding, impressive, or anything like that. But the voices are so nice, and the rhythm work is crazy. Like, is this their standard sort of style for them, or do they, like, change things up as they go? Because what I was not expecting was it this girl that had... Yes. So this woman here has this, like, incredible, like, 90s diva style voice. You could easily, like, put her into that sort of section.
Got them.
And then this person here,
What you say? Are you ready? Set, turn on the lights.
where it's
Baby got-
more what would even be a comparison? Like maybe almost like she could fit into some form of like punk rock thing. And the reason I say that is not necessarily because of the tone of her voice, but because of the staccato way that she uses it. Like the rhythm work here is just brilliant.
Passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이
More like hip hop,
온몸으로 느끼는 내 문제.
R&B style.
Drip, 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 drip.
Same with her.
Drip, 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 drip.
And then yeah, amazing.
Let him on, monster, 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 game to conquer. Baby, holla, what's up? We the best, the rest, confess, we bless you, burn it back, but shift to buckle.
Rock to the
Damn.
gym, copy no knockoff. Bet on my life to switch, I'm gon' walk off. Most disco job, but hold tight. You got your fiber, you know we gon' ride. Nah, 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 I'll be there. Call me Najima. Nah, 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 I'll be there. 망설이지 마. But you don't know about me. Yeah, yeah, you gon' know about me, boy. 아름다운 별들이 빛나는 밤이야.
Hang on.
Boy. 아름다운
Ooh.
별들이 빛나는 밤이야.
There was something about that run that was really nice.
About me, boy. 아름다운 별
Like just the way that the control that was with that descent there, that was juicy. I like that.
빛나는 밤이야. What you say? 그저 없는 거지. You know it's on me.
God let him, what you say? Are you ready, set, turn on the lights?
Baby got passion, ambition. 난 보란 듯이. 똑같아도 몸으로 느끼는 내 몸짓.
Baby got drip, 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 drip.
Baby got drip, 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 drip. 가끔 쓰러진데도 I'ma shine as bright as diamonds. Say my name.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna need to watch more of this group. And the reason I'm saying this, how I mentioned before, how she had that, like, the punk rock timing, and now she's doing this, which is more in line with that more, like, that pop style. It shows the amount of control and technical ability that she has, and not just her, like, the group as a whole. I need to see more.
Drip, drip, drip. 가끔 쓰러진데도 I'ma shine as bright as diamonds. Say my name.
다시 일어나.
It's
Now watch me do
intriguing.
it all again.
Damn!
Come on.
Damn!
Drip,
Do that again!
my name.
다시 일어나. Now watch me do it all again.
Come on. Baby got drip.
Damn!
Drip. Baby got drip, drip, drip.
You know we got the drip, 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 drip.
Baby got drip, drip, drip.
It got the drip, yeah.
That's cool.
なんか楽しかったね。
楽しかったね
楽しかったね。すごいね。やばいね。そうね。楽しか
最高
った。はい。
よかった。
That is intriguing. That is intriguing. Let's go to final thoughts and I'll explain why I love that. Okay, so the thing that got me with that higher note there, right, was the three-step process. So she managed to go up, and then I was kind of like, I was listening to it, and the way that she attacked it, I use the word attack, it sounds negative, it's not, the way she approached it, rather, it didn't sound like there was... How do I word this? It's like there was a cap to her range coming up, right? And then she went up, and again, I'm like, oh, maybe that's where her actual cap is. And then she went up again into like a mixed register, and it was mind blowing. It was just brilliant. And I love that. There's something to be said about these intriguing sets of vocal that are really astonishingly... what's the word? Brain? Not unexpected. There's another word for unexpected, but basically, like, I wasn't expecting a lot of this. I wasn't expecting to hear a lot of what came out here. Man, they have got some pipes, all of those girls, and they have such an interesting knowledge. I need to see more. I want to see how they would go. Actually, in the comments below, or in the description below, there is a link to our Google form. If you can put in there a ballad that they have done, a slow song that they have done, either together or if they do solo stuff. I don't know if they do solo stuff. Let me know if they do solo stuff. I want to hear more because I want to just see how far their knowledge of different styles go, because each voice that we heard in there had multiple facets, and I love that. It's like, I feel like it's getting to the point where being one thing isn't enough. Almost. Being able to do one thing almost isn't enough, especially in this sort of situation where, you know, a lot of these sorts of groups are doing multiple different styles within their thing. If we think back to the 90s boy band groups and that sort of thing, right? It was all the same. It's all the same. 90s were a dark time for music. Some good stuff, don't get me wrong. But if we're talking like 90s pop music, it was all the same. And then that branched through into the 2000s. And I think now there's been a huge revolution with like K-pop and that sort of thing coming in, that Western music is finally looking at that and going, oh, we can't half-ass this stuff anymore. And this is why. Because there is talent like this. At least I can hope. At least I can hope. Because, man, I have so many hot takes on some modern artists. Like, there are some voices that I listen to and I go, why? Just why? Even if, like, sometimes they'll write songs as well and I'll be like, this sucks. Like, why did this even get a look in? I don't understand. But then you have people like this that, like, if these guys were worldwide, you know, like household names, I mean, and not just kind of, like, I'm sure they've got their, quite a big following. Don't get me wrong. But if they were to break into the more, I'm going to use the word mainstream, you know what I'm talking about in that sort of case, then they would fit. You know what I mean? Like, they are that good vocally in that song. This is why I want to see more. I try to reserve as much judgment after listening to one song as possible. But, again, that was outstanding. So if the rest of their stuff is as good or better, or like even remotely close, then I'm gonna love those guys. That's great. I actually love that. Anyway, that is all the time I have for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us further and join the wonderful list of people here, we have a Patreon that you can join from as little as $3 Australian per month. And if you like gaming and film reviews, you can join us over at Griever Gaming or Griever Film and TV. Links in the description below. Griever Film and TV is one that I've still yet to launch, but hopefully that'll be soon. Alright, see you soon.